Welcome back to the journey. In this episode of my videos, because when I first started, I was doing just my trade analysis for the week. Then I started doing stuff like wins and lessons, losses and lessons. And then a couple days ago, I started doing, the new stuff that I learned over the week. So this week was like one of my biggest trading week. I started doing one of the things like I've been skipping for years, which was, journaling my trades, and took a couple of took a couple of trades, journal is like a professional, and I became clear that was exactly what I've been missing. Like I've watched so many videos of people saying the same thing over and over and over. Oh, journal your trades, journal your trades, journal your trades. But then I kept saying that I never needed it until this week. Until this week. So yeah, man, if you're a trader, I mean, if I was not able to be convinced in 3 years, so I don't think me saying this will convince you, but journal your trades, man. That's the only way you'll be able to like know what's working for you, what's not working for you, spot your patterns and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, so this video today is for my trade for the week, right? My trades for the week, as well as the trades that I'm currently on right now. So my first step is to check out my checklist, right? Which is doing my top-down analysis, starting from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour and then to the 1 hour, right? So that was how I was able to enter this trade. It was clean, like honestly, this week I think all the stuff that I probably learned this week is what's really gonna like take my trading to another level, right? Especially starting doing this top-down analysis, following my checklist, and and the journaling. Man, I think journaling is probably like the biggest improvement, I would say, for sure. But yeah, so this one, like what is it? My trade log started like this, right? There was a clear, as you can see here, a clear break of structure, came back to retest. If I see this chart any day, anytime, I'll see there's nothing that will make me that will convince me that, oh, there's nothing that will make me doubt this trade, right? I wake up in the middle of the night, I check my phone or whatever, right? Because it's the moment you start having those doubts that, oh, I feel like I might have entered the wrong trade. Let's say, for instance, now if this trade is coming closer to my stop loss, and then I'm now like checking my trades over and over and over again, I just feel like, whoa, maybe it's time for me to just close. I might have made a mistake. But the fact that, like, I took a screenshot, I have all my reasons. Oh, do I see a clear break of structure? Do I see a shoulder on the left? Is it zone fresh? All those reasons is what's going to keep me like, keep me in this trade until either it gets to my stop loss or it gets to my take profits. So that I would say is probably like the most important piece of my, in when you're doing your journaling or taking notes. So yeah, so I'm currently on this one. Where is that not here anymore? So I entered around here and my stop loss here, expecting it to get to this level. Right, so that's for this trade. Okay, now this one is not part of my trades anymore. As well as this one. So this is GBPNZD. Right, so GBPNZD, the same thing, right? So price came to, I think I need to delete this. Price came to this level. Price came to this major level, right? So my strategy is clean and clear. This is break here, not this one. Break of structure here, took out this low, another low, and then came back to retest. So it's this reaction that I'm trading. That's all, nothing special. But apart from just the reaction alone, another thing that I also learned was something called the buying strength, the buying or selling strength and the speed. Right? When you start, seeing like all those higher lows and higher highs, let me delete this one. Right. So the strength, there was a reaction here, and then it came back here, and then it starts saying, oh, it bouncing around. Okay, so this one is not really like the clean, the clean one, like the video that I watched. So, but if it was just something like this, like straight all the way up, then that would have avoided this trade. But I didn't learn this, before that time, so that's why I took a loss here. That's why I took a loss here. But this one, it wasn't just straight. I can see clear highs and clear lows, and then it came out. It came all the way here. So then, I entered for myself here, expecting, you know, 2.4 hour risk reward. So yes, that's for this one. This one is already activated. So but yeah, that's GBPNZD. And then the stocks. I think stocks are, it's clear to me that stocks might be one of the easiest ways to trade now. I analyzed a whole lot of stocks a while back, and then I went back to check the outcome because I probably just forgot about it completely. I went back to check, and then I saw that almost all the trades that I marked, they all hit my either they all hit my take profits. This one, I think I marked this like maybe like 3 months ago. I didn't remember because like I can't be watching like so many different accounts at the same time. And then I went back to check, oh, what happened there? Same place I marked it, and then I saw it here. This one too, the same exact thing. Right. So I might as well just start, trading stocks. Okay, this one never got there. This one too, the same thing. Right. So trading off major levels is probably like I would say one of the easiest ways to trade. Right, because you have that clear conviction of because price is never just going to just break above these levels. Right. There has to be like reaction. Because like price came here, it took out these lows and then it's come back to retest this level. Again, that was when I realized that stocks might not be that difficult to trade. But I left stocks because of like all the news that they always drop, earning the earnings call and all those kind of stuff. But after seeing all this, I'm like, okay, I can actually go back and continue trading stocks. But yeah, so I started this one on my account like very long time ago and then woke up like Monday morning because I always use buy limits. I use buy limits alone. Woke up Monday morning and I saw that clean, just very clean. There's major level. This was what that guy was explaining in the video that when price goes up and then it comes down, goes up, come down. When you're seeing all these highs and lows, it means that sellers are still in the market. Right, sellers are still in the market and they're still fighting for their space. So when price came here cleanly and came and then it started selling. So yeah, so those are the three current trades that I'm on right now. So the three trades I'm on at the moment. Yeah, so that's looking forward to a great week. Now the next trades that I'm looking on: CADJPY, EuroCAD, GBPCHF, some others. So I'll start with the first one, CADJPY. Right. So the first step I always do is to do my top-down analysis. Top-down analysis means that you just start from the weekly time frame. It's always good to see the entire view, right? See the entire view of what you're trading so that you can know the direction of wherever it's going to, right? In anything you're doing, always zoom out, right? Zoom out as far as you can and then start, zooming in step by step, step by step, step by step. So that's what top-down analysis means. It means that you start from the weekly and then you go to the daily and then 4 hour and then 1 hour and whatever. Because if you start from the weekly, or it could be as long as like it's 3 times your entry time frame. That's enough. If you are trading from the 15 minutes, right, you can just like use maybe like the 4 hour as your highest time frame. But since me I'm entering on the 1 hour, even sometimes on the 4 hour as well, so I have to start from the weekly. But yeah, but there's nothing wrong starting from the weekly so that you can know how far this trade is going to go, right? So now I'm looking at the weekly of CADJPY right now, right? This is probably going to be. I'm waiting for this trade. I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's going to take before this trade gets here. I'm just waiting steadily because I can see it clearly, right? Break up structure here, boom, double top, boom, right? That's the double top is not important, but like the break up structure, what I've been waiting for. And now that I've seen this on the weekly, I don't have to bother myself too much, right? Then I go to the daily and see, okay, I see, okay, this is it, right? That's the level. That's it. Feeling actually. And then I just wait. So with this one, like I don't need to bother myself too much. Right. So my tip is probably going to be around here, because that's the level that broke this low. Right. That's the level that broke this low. And then that's it. Go to my 4 hour. Look for it. As you can see, I've already marked it out. Right. I've already marked that. But another thing I learned last week was using a smaller time frame for your entry. I've marked it out here, so that's the 4 hour. That's the 4 hour. Then I come to the 1 hour, check. So like just the other block indicator, I just use it, for myself, just to see, so that it can help me, like, locate the help me, what do you call it, like assist me in, like, spotting the other box clearly. Because sometimes, I might not be able to spot it myself. But yeah, so that's it for this one. Like, I've already seen, the weekly has already given me that breakout structure here. You get, then I go back to the tail. And then you see, like, you get, so like this one, I have clear conviction on this one, clear conviction. You get, but it might not work out, but it's still 50-50. But the fact that, oh, like, I'm convinced that, oh, when I'm checking out my journals, I see exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, change of look of structure here, comes back down to retest, and then I trade the reaction. Right. I made my journaling so easy that, because before, the reason why I never used to journal back then was because of, um I need to write a lot, write a lot, write a lot. But what I need to write now is just why I enter this trade, right? The rest, direction, I select. My pattern, I select. My checklist, you know, I select. You get, I've set everything down. You get, so, and then I don't need to, I spoke about this in my previous, but I don't need to write the, the price of my entry and those stuff, because like I can use Claude, my trade history to Claude, and then, get the information that I want from it. You get, so that's that, man. That's that for this trade. Okay, nothing special. We've seen a break. Wait for price to react on this one. It's gonna do. It might just break to this low. No one knows. You get, but this is my strategy, right? And then if I lose, I'll go back and check, oh, what happened here, right? But this is my clear, you know, strategy. I don't need to convince, myself. I've seen this play out so many times, and then okay, so we wait for this. I've waited for this one since when price was here, right? So I use buy limits alone. Like I don't really use market execution, except I want to, to add more entries. That's when I see a break of structure, which is what I did here, right? So clear break of structure here, and then, I think actually I re-entered a little bit earlier. I re-entered here because when I saw this one, and I saw this break here, I thought, okay, this was the high, this was the low, and then high, and then low, and then this break here. But price still came a little bit lower for now clearly took out all these highs. Because if I want to enter, want to double, want to scale in my trades, that's when I now use market execution. But initially, I don't really use market execution. But yeah, that's for this trade. Yeah, so same thing, same thing, similar. Like it's nothing special. See the break as well. Get price comes back to retest, and then boom. Okay, that's it. So okay, Eurocard, this one is still, quite far. I'll probably talk about this one in my next probably like towards this week, because I usually talk about my videos when price gets like halfway close to where, I'm expecting it. Okay. This one is more of like an intermediary, type of trade than like a clear one. But let me see. But yeah, it's still like a break. But then this is the intermediary break. But yeah, so this one I'll probably talk about this one following week. So this one, right? So this one I was supposed to enter this trade. I already did my analysis like a long time ago, but I forgot to set it on my phone. I was paying, but I'm like, nah, it's all good. It's all good. I don't need to. There'll be more trades. But like this was exactly what that guy said, right? When you're seeing, why can't this thing move now? When you're seeing those highs, those lows, you just know that like when price gets to this level, it's coming straight down here. You get, I said this stuff a long time ago, a long time ago, but then I just didn't put it on my phone. But that's fine. So I'm gonna watch this and then just add it to my, to my trading pattern, and then just see what happens, how it plays out. But I know for sure, like, now that like it came here, it thought it like bounced off. It's coming straight down. And I'll just be waiting for the buy here, right? I'll just be waiting for the buy right here. Waiting for the buy. This buy is okay, this buy might not actually qualify for my buys, but let me see. Okay, this one might not actually qualify for my buys. Yeah. So another reason why I really enjoy this trading videos that I'm doing is if I wasn't actually recording myself, right? Well, if I wasn't recording myself, like making this video, right, I would have actually taken this trade. I would have actually taken this trade, and then who knows, this trade might maybe 50-50 might qualify for my trade, but then I might just wake up one day, maybe I just look at the daily and then see that, oh, why did I actually enter this trade? You get, did I see a clear break of structure? Does this trade in any form, similar to, the other patterns that I trade, like this one, right? Like this one. And then looking at this, like, yes, this is an internal breakout structure. I might have to, still like go back in and then look at it very closely, right? Because the most, I think where I realize is my weakness is maybe I'm currently in a trade, right? And then those doubts start speaking. Oh, you know, maybe the trade doesn't, because the trade never starts with like it might start going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's usually when price gets to like this level, when price maybe like very close to my stop loss, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should just close. And then finally it like this, boom, price starts to bounce. You get, so having that clear conviction that, oh, this is the right trade, is what I need. That's why it must follow all my criteria. So this price can still, come down here and then bounce. You get, and then take me to TP. But can I take this trade 100 times? If I see this pattern 100 times, will I take this? If I see this sell 100 times, I will take it. But if I see this, this is also more like a consolidation zone, right? It's more of like consolidation zone. But this sell, if I see this sell any day, anytime, I'm going to take this sell for sure, for sure. But then as for this buy, I might not, right? I might not. But yes, well, let's see how it plays out. If this, like I said, like that guy, like the JEFX guy explained, if the selling strength is very strong, right, it's better to leave it. But when I'm seeing things like this, right, when I'm seeing things like this, then I can enter for a buy. Because I also have to watch out for the strength as well. Watch out for the strength as well. So yeah, so this one already tapped me in, I should probably just put it here under DXY. So trades that are here above the DXY my active trades. This one are like the ones that I missed, or the ones I just want to watch. Right. So I've missed this one, that's fine. Move on to the next one. So Euro NZD. Right. So step one is to look at the weekly, right? You can see fine, right? It's fine. It's fine. So before price is going to break down, like starts to break down, like it's going to respect every single level because of the buying strength, right? So now we know that price is on the buying streak, no matter how you want to zoom in. Then we look at daily. You get, so price is still going to respect all these levels. It already took out the liquidity here, right? Came to this shoulder, and then they'll trace back up. You get, so now we are following the trend. We are still following the trend, right? So now we know that, oh, the direction is buying direction, right? And then so we'll go to the 4 hour. Like I said, the other block indicator is just to assist me. So even if it's there or not, as long as I can spot, oh, this is a clear shoulder. You get, because so now this one I'm thinking, so this trade is not exactly as this other ones. Where's this one? Right, where like it's from the top and it comes back down. Right, this one is more of like an intermediary kind of trade. Right, it's an intermediary type of trade. So the first step is, oh, am I following direction? Yes, I'm following direction. At the same time, I'm also going to check other pairs for correlation. Right, check other pairs for correlation, which is GBPNZD, all NZD, um, the Euro NZD as well. You get check for correlation as well, because they all move alike. right? A lot of times, but sometimes you just have to use your own. They don't know the exact direction at the same time. Okay, but like JPY, USD pairs, those ones they move very similar times, but other pairs not exactly right. But just to be on the safe side, also check it as well. This one started selling here. Where's the other one? This one too is also selling as well, but it's not always exact time right. But yeah, this one is more of like an intermediate structure. I've taken this trade a couple like so many times and then like it worked out. You get so sometimes you just have to like it's not you never say the same patterns, the same exact pattern all the time, right? You have to know okay, which one am I going to take, which one am I not going to take, right? So I remember I took one here previously. I think it was this level, right? But then it took me out. But then that's normal. That's normal. But yeah, so we did our top-down analysis. Started from the weekly to see the direction, right? And then you know we went to the daily. From the daily went to the 4 hour. Then from the 4 hour, you see the 2 hour. 2 hour, 1 hour, anyone is fine, right? Anyone is really fine. And then we take it to the shoulder. Okay, so where's that man? I don't know where those images are. I think it's straight charts. I just want to look for something similar so that I can remember when I'm checking these videos later. So that I know that okay, like because these are like all my back testing, prove that okay, I've seen this pattern play out so many times and then I took it. Um I think this one. Yeah, okay, this one is not so similar, not this one. Yeah. So something like this, right? So it's still this one is also like the intermediate levels that we just saw right now, where price came to this left shoulder high, right? That's the left shoulder that we saw, and then came up and then came back and then it bounced off this place, right? So just similar things, right? So price is gonna come here, bounce, but if I see this trade any day, anytime, I take this one because this one the direction is already a buy. The reason why this one is I'm not going to take this one, right? Because if I see it, it's as you can see clearly, you get following direction is very key, right? I don't enter when I say oh the entire direction is selling. The reason why I took that sell is because price is already selling. You get so that is why I enjoy doing videos, man. When I was in that my last video, I was just like in a flow state, right? Where everything was just coming in like clearly. Yeah, me following my rules, following everything. So price is selling, right? So there's no point of me entering. Yes, it might actually work out. It might actually work out. You get, but in this kind of scenario, like there's the best one, the best kind of trade for me to be a sell. Yeah, I might just have to wait for price to get to this level again and maybe enter for another sell, right? This is the level that took out the low, and then this is the shoulder. Again, for entering a buy, I don't, I don't think so. Where is it? So yeah, this one, same buying direction, you know, came back here, and then price should do what price wants to do. So like I said, it's all 50-50, right? If if it takes me out, we log it. But yeah, but this trade, I'll take this trade 100 times. 100 times. Direction confirmed, a new intermediary high confirmed. Right. So both intermediary highs and both intermediary breakup structure and and clear breakup structure at least it works. Well, as long as you're following the direction. Exactly. As long as you're following the direction. As long as you're following the direction, that's what really matters. Yeah, I'm going to add that one to my notes. Add that one to my notes. So this one, I didn't plan on taking this one anymore because I was unsure of where I was going to end up from exactly. All right, I was unsure, and I drew this. Yeah, no, I drew this one. not this part. Let me see. Yeah, this so this cell. I'm actually looking at. I'm actually looking at this cell. You know, I'm looking at this cell. Yes, it's not. It's not exactly. The. This is the. It is in a consolidation zone, right? So this is this. This is the move up. This is the move up, and then this is the consolidation zone. If price wants to go up, or if price wants to, come back down. Right. So we're currently in a consolidation zone for JPY pairs. But JPY pairs they always move alike, right? So yes, I see a clear, change of character here, and then it's going to be a reaction. It's going to be a clear reaction on this level, right? But if I want to enter this trade, I also have to check JPY pairs because they all move alike. See this one too, like the same thing. So I just do the same thing for both of them, right? So this one might not get there first, but this one might this one might get there before this other one. Okay, but JPY pairs they all move alike. Okay, so before you take any JPY pair, always check other pairs too. Always check other pairs, right, and see in which direction this one is taking. See the direction. But yeah, so we spoke about this one already. Clear. This is a clear trade I'll take 100 times. Let's see this one. This one is still quite far. We're waiting. This one to confirm. This one not confirmed yet, right? Because if I actually take this sell, I'm going against direction. But I know there's going to be a reaction here. You get, and I know there's going to be a reaction here because price, took out this lows here. You can see a clear CHOCH means change of character. Again, so like I said, this is intermediary, right? So intermediary trade works as well because other people also trade smaller time frames, like 15 minutes as well. But people that have been trading, there are people that have been trading even inside this place. But what works for me is the higher time frame, right? So yes, it's buying, but it's consolidating, right? It's consolidating on the weekly, and then the daily, the same thing. Yeah. So, but it depends on the strength. If I know whether I'll take this one or not, depends on the strength and depends on other pairs as well. Right. So, but this one, as of this moment, I'm currently unsure. Currently unsure, right? So, this is one of the reasons why I like, doing these videos, recording myself, so that when I go back when I watch them, I remember that this is one of the reasons why I'm taking this trade, or this is why I'm not actually taking this trade. You get it, right? So, and then this one, the same thing as well. Yeah. Um, yeah, for GPY, I'm more of a selling GPY kind of guy because price always respects, the levels for buys. You can see respected this level, took out this, but still respected the level. But if I were to take sales, maybe somewhere like here now, picking me up. See this, even this reaction here to like, yeah, so I just remembered why I never liked taking sales trade for JPY pairs. Because JPY pairs they are only quite volatile. They are quite volatile and so like it's much it respects buy way more than sell. Right. If I were to say, okay, oh, I saw a I saw a break here, right, and then I saw another break here. Okay, let me enter for a sell here. We have taken me out. Even in so many other of these places. Right, except for like someone like here. Yeah, but I know for buys you expect it like very well. So I just remembered now why I usually take more buys for JPY pairs than sells. Always, always, always. Yeah. So this one, so like how we work, we check the weekly, see the direction, clear downtrend, right? That's top down analysis. Yeah. Weekly, daily, it's quite similar. And then we'll check for the 4 hour, right? So this one is it's gonna be a clear reaction on this one. Why? Because we're following the trend. We are following the trend on this one. So we wait for price to get to this level and then we take the reaction. Now, if another thing I realize is if this shoulder here was like elite was like actually maybe dropped all the way here, maybe somewhere like here, and then it came up. Sometimes I might not actually take this because I realize like when price is quite very very deep down, and then price is tracing back. Most of the time, it always just to break past this level. Because I realize the smaller the shoulder, I won't say smaller, but like if it's around the 50% of the entire move, right? That's when it's always like a clear what do you call it? There's always a clear reaction. Yeah, but it doesn't happen all the time. But I realize that whenever the difference between this low and this low is very close, price doesn't always react, to react from here. Yeah, so I was just wanted to like to say that just to remember that for future sake. So yeah, so we're following the trend for sure. Price comes here, reacts. Then after it reacts, that's when the price will determine okay if it's going to actually change structure in this level or it's going to keep selling down. Yeah, but this one, it's clear direction, clear trend. Like as you can see clearly, it's a downtrend, clearly downtrend. And then I come to the 2 hour. I'll start with the 4 hour first, and then see it clearly. So this is one of the reasons why the indicator helps me. If I were to draw the other block here, I want to be able to draw it clearly. Okay, I would. Okay, I thought I'll draw it from here. Yeah, so it still works. It still works. So this one I'm using. So the 4 hour and the 1 hour for this one, like they align, they match. Yeah, so that's it, man. Like it's clear. You follow the trend, and then you look for the major levels. That's that's it clearly. So USD CHF. So this one I was just using this one to watch other USD pairs, because USD pairs, DXY, they all move alike. So I wasn't planning on entering this one. I was just seeing what's about to happen here. So this one was, consequently a downtrend, but now in a consolidation zone, clear consolidation zone. So now it has broken structural intermediary. Yeah, it has broken intermediary structure. That's for the daily. Yeah. So now it's going to come back and then react. So I'm using this one to watch for my USD pairs. I think is it USD? Yeah, I just use all of them, but DXY. I follow DXY, so it's because DXY and the USD CHF all the same. So I'm just using this one to watch, so that I can know when I want to close. Because if DXY starts selling and then it breaks its high, this one too, the same thing is going to probably come down and then take out this low. So I just use it to know when I should close my TP. You get this the distance between. I mean, it's not this distance doesn't matter, but like I've mapped it out and then okay, there's still a lot of room before this one gets to my TP. This one will probably move a little bit quicker. Yeah, but we'll notice what happens this coming week. This will happen this coming week. So yeah, so trades confirmed. Let's go back. CADJPY, clearly nothing to convince me here. This one is still quite fast, so I should probably move it down here. AUDNZD, same thing waiting. This one not confirmed. CHF, uh, this one too, same thing. So it's probably this level, maybe this one. But this one is not confirmed as well. NZDCAD confirmed. USDCH12, just directional use. And then gold. So I was using gold. I don't trade gold, right, because I never really understood how gold works. Because I know a lot of people have made money from gold, a lot of people have also lost money from gold. So I'm just currently back testing whether my strategy works for gold to see if it does it respect structure. Does it does it respect structure? Does it respect these levels that I trade? How does gold work entirely? Right? Because different pairs move, like move have their own type of way that they have their own they have their own which word can I use? They move in different ways, exactly, right? So yeah, so this week I didn't enter this trade, but I just marked out this zone, and then just to see if my strategy works, right? So like I said, so this one is not like break of structure or whether this is just like, oh, this is a major level, right? This is a shoulder on the left, and then this just causes the head, and then left. And then, so this is the right one is what we are trading. Just for instance, right? So, but this is not what you call it. I don't think someone will call this heads and shoulder, right? This is just price come back to, to bounce off this major level. But yeah, indirectly you can also call this heads and shoulder, right? So yeah, when I started, I was like, okay, price now, no, like when there's this, I think it just honestly just depends, right? So I'm still understanding how good works, right? Because I never just want to start reading a pair that I don't understand. I never want to do something like that. I have to back test it and then, because I have a lot of other opportunities. I understand Forex moves not that fast, so they always respect all this kind of level. But gold, JPY pairs are quite volatile. Sometimes they may not respect levels, say when there's news or just anything random, right? But other slower pairs is very easy to trade. That's why I only enter buys for JPY pairs. Just mostly buys, mostly, not won't say all the time. So yeah, so now that like okay now, I've this one. I also went back to check like previous. Why do I keep doing this? I also went back to check, and so yeah, it's not all the time. Like I said, my strategy is not supposed to work all the time. It's not meant to work all the time. It's just can it give me a good win rate, right? If I see this, will I take it 100 times, and in that 100 times, will I win at least 60% of the time? You get so. But yeah, so the buy works now. I'm now watching it for sales, right? I'm seeing this. So if you look at this, if you see, I think people trade gold on the smallest time frame. So like me, even when I'm using the 4 hours, so like probably be a lot easier for me. So if you see this, right? So this is also a break of structure here, right? And then this was the zone. So I'm currently watching to see what kinds of zone does it respect. I'm watching for what kind of zone does it respect. Does it respect all types of zones? So I saw clearly here, okay, respected this zone. Was it that one? No, it was a smaller one. So I'm currently watching to see the zone that it respects, right? So the buy worked. But this one I'll most likely take this one. Right? Because gold doesn't just give you a clear break of structure, like because if gold gives you a clear break of structure, everyone will just know, oh, this is the direction that where gold is going to. Right. I saw that clearly on this level. I think it was here. As you can see. He didn't just break it so that yeah, everybody now come and enter now. You still come down, bounce around, bounce around, bounce around. So that's one thing I realized like it respects like the highs. It does respect its highs. You get so but yeah, so we're testing gold, testing gold. Let's see. But if this gold works, bro, I don't think I'll be looking at Forex anymore. So like I know this is one of my guys. I probably mentioned his name before. Desmond, right? Desmond trades just gold. A lot of guys I know they actually trade just one pair because they trade like smaller time frame and everything. Me, I trade on the 4 hour. So you see, inside all these pairs, this was I only took three last week, and this three like they just started they just started moving, right? So but yeah, man, I'm back testing, quantity back testing gold to see how it works. So if I see clearly, okay, this stuff respects, the strong levels, respects the levels that takes out the low, all those kind of stuff, right? And then boom, I'll see it for sure. I can now start trading gold. Another thing for gold, I'll probably mostly be following direction, like direction of the trend. Alright, so this sell, I might not actually end up taking it, right? Because okay, I would, right? Because overall this is downtrend. Yeah, so I'll definitely take this sell. I'll just wait. Yeah. There's nothing better than waiting, man. Just wait. Like what you're pursuing, you keep on pursuing. All you have to do is just to wait, and then to come and meet you. That's one thing I realized, man. Waiting. I mean, sometimes you have to like take action. Yes, you take action, but like in a lot of cases, if you keep pursuing, you just continue to pursue it for the rest of your life. Right. So this one, just going to wait. Right. That's one thing I realized about my trading. Like that's one of my strengths. Like waiting for my pattern to show up. Right. If I don't see any pattern, I'll just let it go. Like this JPY pair now. This JPY pair I was checking. See this CHF pair. Once I see, this trade doesn't follow my rules and everything, I will just let it go because there are more than enough opportunities. There are always a lot of opportunities every single week, right? So there's no need for me to take a trade that doesn't qualify my my criteria, right? There is really no reason. Understand? So that's what I enjoy about doing these videos, man. Like it's just makes me see my trade clearly. It helps me because when I'm saying something over and over and over again, I will definitely remember it. Definitely remember it. Rather than just like me just writing it in my notes. So now that I'm doing both, now that I'm journaling both, I'm doing my journals as well as making these videos for like this the sky is the limit. So yeah, man. This week, so just to do a recap, we have, these are the trades I'm currently in, all the NZD, GBPNZD, GBPCHF, and then trades that are confirmed, CADJPY, all the NZD, NZDCAD, um, not necessarily this one. See, I have to like do more research on it. Um, this one not so much. This one's just using this one and gold. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this one. I probably will not be trading intermediary for gold. Just like the clear highs and then the clear lows. So yeah, man, all these other ones still quite far, still quite far, still quite far. This one's a bit closer. JPY, yeah. So we have to move this one here. But yeah, that one's still quite fast. I'll probably talk about that one, but this one too. Saw this one already. Um, yeah, this one I don't think I'll take in this one. Selling downtrend. If I were to take this trade, it will not be this. Another thing I realize is when you see three highs, like three levels like this, right? One, two, and three. In most cases, it takes out this first one. Yeah, I learned the hard way last week. I already told myself previously that when I see three levels like this, I should always leave this first one. But no, I don't want to learn. I wanted to make that or I wanted to learn the lesson for real in real life. Right. So this one. Yeah, I entered for a buy here. It's can count one. So you guys can see this is one, this is two, and then this is three. Right. I I made a post on my medium maybe like a year ago. I specifically mentioned this. I said, "Oh, I think people don't follow their own advice." That's one thing I realized. People that give the best advice, they don't actually follow their own advice. I said that whenever there's like three levels like this, leave out the first one and take the second or the third. Well, yeah, so I took a loss on this one, and then after the loss, I started doubting, oh, this trade is not going to work. All right, so but yeah, that's one thing I realized. Which one was it? It's nothing there. So yeah, so if I was to, which I would most likely want, will probably be this level if I was to take this trade. Well, yeah, man, that's it. That's it for this week. So what did I learn this week is to okay, this is not like a lesson video. This is more like trades for the week. But yeah, so the trade for the weeks are the ones that are finalized. I mean, another thing what I learned this week was that you know I shouldn't go against the trend. Yeah, because sometimes I've actually gone against the trend. I just hope nothing convinces me. I just hope nothing convinces me to actually take this JPY trades. Yeah, this one might work out, but yeah, might actually be here or here. But honestly, I have more than enough trade to skip this trade. Right. The most important thing I say, well, if I see this trade 100 times, will I take it? That's how I should be thinking. If I see this trade 100 times, will I take this trade? So yeah, man, that is it from Barcelona Martins today. We are This should be video number I think 13 or 14. But yeah, the journey the journey continues. Journey continues. As always, I always read a page from this my book, you know, because my job is not just to teach you guys how to trade, but also like motivate people to know that like everything is going to work out. Right? That's another thing also why I also enjoy doing these videos, right? Because I don't know who's going to watch my video. Right? I only have like 17 subscribers now, and then I'm seeing 22 videos. Right? So some people might actually get to the end, some people might skip, so like that doesn't really matter. You get. So yeah, so as always, I read the page from my book, The God Will Make a Way. Right? So we're currently on the page 3. So to everyone out there, remember this. God will make a way, and you don't need to understand how it will happen. You just need to trust in your heart that God will make a way for you. That's what faith is all about. And faith not only moves mountains, but the entire universe. Keep showing up and taking it one day at a time. That's all you need to do. Remember to surrender and take it one day at a time. You are in the middle of one of the greatest blessings of your life. So keep believing because all things are possible for the ones who believe. You get, I love this book, man. So, man, to everyone out there, remember all you have to do is just take it one step at a time. There's no need to rush. There's no need to compare yourself to anybody else. If you go to the gym and then you see someone on a treadmill, right, another person that just came in is not going to start with the same exact speed, right? So go at your own pace, one day at a time. You know, to making life is not all that difficult, man. It's just consistency. That's all you need to do. 15 minutes a day of study, 20 minutes a day. As long as you just show up, that is it, man. Sometimes my videos might not even this video now, like I didn't plan on doing today, but I didn't really plan because I did one yesterday, right? I was like, oh man, I'll just do it later. I'm like, nah, let me just show up. Let me just do this video. So like if it comes out great, that's fine. If it doesn't come out great, that's it, okay. I'm just gonna upload and then I'll learn from that. So yeah, man. Once again, the journey continues. So if you come across this video, come across my page, remember to like and subscribe and then as well as share. Take care, everyone, and adios, amigos.